Okay, I attended Alabama State University in Montgomery, Alabama. I actually went there because I was recruited on a track and field scholarship. So I was recruited, I went to high school in Jamaica, and I was recruited by the head coach there to run track. So I got a full scholarship, and that's the only reason I went there.
So you didn't get recruited in Jamaica, or is it harder to get recruited in Jamaica?
Actually, a lot of people, a lot of U.S. coaches come down to Jamaica. Well, they did and they still do. They go down more now than they did when I was in high school. But a lot of U.S. coaches, they come down to Jamaica and they try to recruit good kids. In my case, the coach had recruited a Jamaican there who was from my high school, and he kind of told him about my stats, and he didn't, he was looking for a hurdler, sprinter hurdler, and they just called me up. I worked in IT, information technology, for a long time. So I was while I was in Jamaica, I was kind of two jobs: information technology and coaching. And at some point you decide, okay, this is where my passion is. I love IT, but my passion is in coaching, so I wanted an opportunity in coaching. And I got an opportunity to, enhance my coaching career at Johnson C. Smith. So, it's so many. It's all. I love the sport, so it's all very interesting. Um, we have one young man on the team, Winston Brown, that I've watched from the time when he was not a very good athlete, and to the point where now he's a pretty good athlete, and that's a very interesting journey, and I always admire the journey. So that's pretty interesting. I came here and there was Lakevia Tyler, who was never recruited out of high school. She just came to Smith. She got to Smith before I did, and then I started coaching her, and she went from being a 13-second 100-meter runner to being a 13-second sprint hurdler, and that was extremely interesting and extremely rewarding for me, because sometimes as a coach in a college situation, you recruit talent and they're already pretty decent, and you enhance them a little bit. But when you take somebody who's not been really recruited and you get them to All-American status, I'd say that's probably one of my favorite stories, Lakevia Tyler. There's, as far as the other side, where you look at the athletes that you've coached that have gotten to the furthest in track and field, you have Leaford Green, Shemaine Williams, who are now professional track and field athletes. And to take them from coaching them in high school all the way to doing that, that's pretty interesting for me. Rosemary Cardi is another one. I coached her from she was probably about, I'd say, 12, 13 years old. And to take her all the way to 10 years later, she's All-American, then that's pretty interesting too. So a lot of things that would go into things being interesting, but if I had to choose just one, I'd probably say Lakevia Tyler. What I enjoy most about coaching is that I think I was born to be a teacher, and the coaching out there is like my classroom, a huge classroom. So I don't just think about the coaching of track and field as trying to get you to run faster. I try to use track and field as a way to teach, about life. Because most people who come out there, they're pretty interested in track and field, so they'll listen to me. I have their ears. They'll listen to me. So there's an opportunity to teach about life, maybe to share some life experiences. For example, don't be more than 1 second late is teaching about life. It has nothing to do, absolutely nothing to do with how fast you run or how you jump, how far you throw. But it does have to do with when you get a job out there, you've got to be punctual, and you should strive to be punctual. And so that's just an example of how I try to teach, to use that opportunity that I have to influence young people's lives positively. And that's what's most rewarding about coaching.
Let's go, JC, baby. Let's go.
That's what I would like most people to understand. Um, when you think of collegiate track and field, you think of, stuff you see on television and everybody's running almost at the world level, world record level or whatever, or their national record level. That's not all about what track and field is to me. You have those people who happy that they could beat most of the people in the world, but you also have those personal challenges, those objectives that you got to set yourself. If you're recruited here and you're almost at the world class level, my challenge is I got to get you to the world class level. If you come here and you're nowhere near there, my challenge is to get you to the next level. And if we achieve that, then we try to get to the next level. So for me, it's not all about always who is winning. It's about who wants to improve and to be the best they can be. We have to try to find a way to make it fun. And if it's all about winning, just you're the winner and you're the greatest, it's not going to be fun because nobody could win all the time. So if you're winning, all of a sudden you're happy, and then once you start getting beat, all of a sudden this is not fun anymore. So it cannot be about winning. That's why I kind of love the sport of swimming, because swimming they have different grades. You can make an A time, a double A time, a B, a double B, so a quad A. So there's so many different standards that you could get to in each age group. So at the 10 to 11, the quad A is much slower than the 15, 16 quad A. But at the 10 to 11, you could say, oh, I achieved quad A or double A or B or whatever. And when I get to the next age group, so it's like you're almost competing against yourself and your standards instead of winning. So you have swimmers being happy, elated because they just achieved the personal best. And I think that's where I get this whole, let's try to get a season best, let's try to get a personal best. So you're actually out there running or jumping against people, but you're really competing against yourself and your best times. That way it remains fun. As long as you keep improving, it remains fun. If it was, I gotta be the winner for it to be fun, then most people would be out of the game already, because guess what? We only have one winner. So it's life. It teaches you a lot about life, like I said, because everybody cannot be the best programmer, cannot be the best graphic artist, but you can be not the best graphic artist and you can still make a living. You want to be better and you challenge yourself to be better. And that's what we try to, like I said, I try to use track and field to teach life lessons. I'm not the greatest sprinter in the world, nowhere near it, but I'm pretty good and I keep improving. I feel good about myself.